Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Amani trolls. Yes, the Amani trolls are coming in Midnight, but not as a playable race. They are coming as simply an NPC race that we're going to interact with in the new Zulaman zone. In this video, we're going to talk about the model in detail, look at the customization options, look at the potential of becoming an allied race in the future, and just showing off this really awesome new model they created for the new expansion. But before we jump into that, I do want to give a massive thank you to all of our channel members and everyone over on the Patreon. Just started posting over there fairly regularly, so if you want to support me over on Patreon, I'll leave a link down below. Right, so yes, the Amani trolls, definitely something the community have wanted for a long time, and in Midnight they are getting a fresh new model for the male model and the female model. And as mentioned in this video, we're going to take a look at all the customizations that they have, and there's actually quite a lot, probably even more than Coltyrans, I guess. So, you know, is that a basis for an allied race? It could be. Anyway, let's begin by just taking a look at the models. Let's start with the male model. So the male model, the Amani troll male model, is based off of the Darkspear troll male model. As you can see in this comparison, they are obviously very similar, but the Amani is just a lot bulkier. Now, in regards to supporting gear, yes, this would support gear, but they would need to tweak the gear a little bit just to kind of support the bigger chest. But for the most part, it should support gear straight out the box pretty much. Now, it does share the exact same animation as you'd imagine, but yeah, the kind of rigging is exactly the same as the troll male. So moving into the female model here, so this is actually really interesting. So the Amani troll female model is not based off of the Darkspear female, it's actually based off of the Orc female model. You could definitely tell that just by looking at it, and a lot of people obviously noticed that from alpha and previews and things like that. Animations are exactly the same, and the body shape is pretty much identical as well. So in regards to supporting gear, yeah, this model would definitely support gear way better than the male. You probably wouldn't have to change much at all for it to start wearing some of the 3D asset gear that has been kind of more of a regular thing in modern World of Warcraft. Moving on, let's talk about some of the customizations. So we'll start by kind of talking about the ones that are across the board for the male and the female, and that is of course the skin colors. So there are 5 different skin colors available for the Amani trolls, varied shades of green, starting with like a lighter green, going into more dark colors. No blue or anything kind of out there like that for any like frost trolls or anything like that, but it is just different shades of green, and you have 5 options for the male and 5 options for the female, which are exactly the same across the board. Moving into the other thing that's the same for the male and the female models, and that is hair colors. This is going to shock you. They have 11 hair color options. Yeah, that is way more than some allied races. So let's take a look at some of these. You have the red hair color, the yellow hair color, kind of a dark green, a dark red, a purple maybe, white, a pinky red, a dark purple, teal, green, and finally an orange color. So yeah, 11 different hair colors for the Amani trolls in Midnight. That is absolutely insane, and they are super varied and really cool actually. So let's go into more model specific stuff here, starting with the male model. So for the eye options, there is just one eye option, which is this one right here. For hairstyles, there's actually 3 options. So you have bald, you have a mohawk, and then you have a slightly larger mohawk. There is also this option to have these 2 ponytails coming from the back over to the front of the model, past the neck, and down in front of the chest, which do attach to the mohawk or can be there by themselves. And I'm sorry to say, but yes, there is a beard option. Sorry, Darkspear trolls, but yeah, there is a beard option for the Amani trolls. There's also 2 variants of tusk sizes. You have a smaller tusk going into a larger tusk, and you also have some additional customizations like having bones through your skin as one of the options, and having piercings on the face, which actually looks really cool. Now moving on into the female model, they do have 1 eye option similar to the males, and they have 3 hairstyles. They have bald, a small mohawk, and then a larger mohawk similar to the males. They also do have a bound ponytail that does come up from the back over to the front that can obviously attach to the hairstyles, or could just be there by itself if it wants. That's just kind of one of the options that you can have. For the tusks, similar to the males, they do have 2 options. They have a smaller tusk and a larger tusk, and they also do have the option to have the bones through their skin as a customization option, and piercings, which are only on the ears, unfortunately, not on the face, similar to the males. So yeah, that's it. That's all of the customizations for the Amani trolls. There are actually quite a few here. Now, is there enough for an allied race? Potentially, definitely, potentially, I think they would probably have to add more things like different eye options, maybe some more hairstyles and things like that. But for the most part, the customization on this model is pretty deep, and a lot of people are very excited about it. Now, I'll be remiss to talk about what we actually are getting in Midnight. So as of Alpha, we do actually have some Armani troll customization options for the Darkspear trolls. This includes some new hair colors and some new skin tones, which are very similar to the skin tones I showed off in this video. There is also some hairstyles coming in which aren't currently in Alpha, which I would imagine will just be those mohawks that we did see on this model. But unfortunately, no body option or anything like that for the Darkspears. It is simply just going to be some additional customizations which are unlocked by completing the Zolaman campaign while leveling up. So yeah, guys, that is the Armani troll. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the Armani troll. Would you like to see it as an allied race in the future? I certainly would. I really like this model, and just imagining it in some of the armor we're getting in World of Warcraft now would be really, really cool, especially if they added some more customization options and custom animations and things like that. But yeah, races are a lot of work, so I can totally see why they wouldn't do it, but hopefully we do. You know, keep your voices heard. I know a lot of people are very, very into this model, and, you know, we had something similar with, like, Volpira and Coltiran through the years, so potentially in the future, we might see a playable Armani troll. But, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support the channel outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon, and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well, and I'm also streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream Midnight Alpha, patch 11.2 7 PTR, housing, any sort of WoW, over on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.